I did my graduation from School of Interior Design, CEFT, and then I did my post-graduation from Kent Institute of Art and Design, Rochester. After my studies, I had a good opportunity to work with various design establishments, and that was a very good chance for me to work on various design disciplines. Then I started my own design studio in 2010 in Pune, which is called Studio Hall Creatures. Today I would like to talk about a topic which is very dear to my heart, that is reuse, renovate and repair in design. Actually, if you look at it, reuse is not exactly a new idea. People have been using and reusing materials and resources which they have already to build what they need. But I think it's a real change when it becomes a matter of aesthetic and intellectual choice to use and build out of scrap. So I think I'm going to start with my presentation with this sculpture, Picasso's sculpture, which is called Bull's Head. This was the time when it was first used, found objects were used in art. It was early 40s that time. I would like to quote his own words. One day in a rubbish heap I found an old bicycle seat lying beside a rusted handlebar, and my mind instantly linked them together. I assembled these two objects that everyone recognized as a bull's head. The metamorphosis was accomplished, and I wish another metamorphosis would occur in the reverse sense. If my bull's head were thrown in a junk heap, perhaps one day some boy would say, here is something that would make a good handlebar for my bicycle. Unquote. It's a fascinating thought, and I think it's interesting to see that how everything can become something else. Coming to next slide, that is, in 1960s, Charles Jencks introduced a term called ad hocism, which means it's a trial and error method of personalized solutions. When problem is defined and solution is designed immediately with the found surrounded objects. Basically, if we look at the design process, which when we are reusing materials, there are two things which can happen. One is when you already have materials at your disposal and you look for appropriate possibilities to apply those materials and create objects. Or secondly, you have a defined problem and you start looking for appropriate material which can be found around you. So these are two basic approaches which I analyzed, and then I started looking at different reuse of them. If we go to online, there are like thousands of them. If you search Google, and but I tried to analyze them in terms of what is the correct approach that person is taking, and then I decided I will apply this one approach of basically first trying to reuse material in my designs. So I did a few exercises on my own, and first one was it was not exactly a scrap but alternative use of material, when I tried materials from construction sites and tried to create furniture. These were two chairs which were made. First one is on the left, which is made of just that twisted construction bar welded together, and second one is flat MS section and bamboo pieces. Both have this cantilever form which gives a really nice swinging action. It's not actually a rocking action, but it's a very peaceful swinging action. Second chair is specifically I like because the joinery which is there between two materials is only 10 nut and bolts. You open those nuts and bolts and everything is apart. So this was the first exercise. Then I did the second exercise on my own, which was collecting broken and scrap furniture from street shops in Pune and try to renovate them. Basically, the dining chair became a low-seat evening chair with a coffee table also used from the same turn legs. Then this bajo would become a low-level side table, and the barber's chair became a bar chair. But it's very important to notice in all these examples that the identity of an old furniture is somewhat retained in all these examples. In contrary to the second set of furniture which I also made from the same type of scrap. But here you will not find any connection, direct connection for the identity from the old furniture. But though still, if you see the first example, some characteristic of the element which is like a turnwood leg is still there. So these are the things, experiment I did it that was last year's work. And then I came up with right now I'm working on a concept which I am actually still developing, which is going one step beyond designing. It's about designing a system where more people can benefit from this idea of reuse. So a platform where people can bring their furniture and get it repaired or renovated, something like that. If you look at today's scenario, we have so many furniture shops coming in. People are buying furniture like we used to buy clothes, and if we talk about old furniture, there is nobody to repair it. And even if there was somebody to repair, I think very few people would like to get it repaired because they think it's old-fashioned, and we have a new choice, and every day there is something new coming up. So in this scenario, I thought, we are almost working on it. In 1 month, I think we'll be running this, it's a system where furniture can be picked up from your doorstep. We can show a couple of, solutions selected, and finally renovated, repair or reuse, whichever a client's need is, can be, delivered. So basically here we are trying to do something which extend the life of furniture and give it a new look, finish, new identity. Now looking at, there's another way also which I think very important which we can do is design, not only reuse design but reuse design methods which can be applied to small scale industries, workshops or craft houses, things like that, where they can utilize their scrap which is at their hand. An interesting project which I did when I was doing my post-graduation. This was for this bicycle man who owned a bicycle repair shop or a workshop on Rochester High Street. Now he had left over with a lot of bicycle parts scrap. Because he used to buy old bicycles and repair them and sell it. So a lot of parts were there which were not used. And it was very expensive for him to get rid of them because you have to pay to throw more materials. You cannot throw in UK just like that. So I designed range of some accessories and this rocking chair, which is completely made, which is completely possible to make by him in his workshop with his tools and space and resources which he has, and then he can sell it in the same place where he is selling the bicycles. So this is another area which I'm looking at to work where we can give a solution based on a restricted material and available tools which they have, or whichever small scale industries have. Now coming back to connection which I talked about Picasso's sculpture, this lamp I would like to talk about which I made is made out of bird cage, that traditional spherical bird cage we get, and Shopperstop carry bag. Now this lamp happened just because these two materials were lying together at the same time on my table. So I just connected, okay, this can be a structure and I can fill in this translucent pattern material with the, there's a possibility. So it's very, when we talk about reuse, I think it's important that you have all the materials which you are planning, most of them, maybe some can be brought in, but most of them material which you have in front of you so that you can connect well. So more materials you have at your disposal, better ideas, better solutions. So now I have come up with another concept of a scrap library. So I'm working on this idea which where we can have a collection of samples, all samples from Pune has a lot of small scale industries, and we have a lot of, they have scraps coming in. I had visited some of the chappal making workshops and things like that. And whatever leftover elements which are there, those are very interesting. So have a collection of these things which can be, which can be used by designers who are, it can be a library where people can come in, whoever wants to use it, they can experiment or utilize it. We can facilitate them to get these scrap from wherever it is, coming out. Also, it can get extended to a sense that we can have a collection of materials from demolishing buildings, and maybe those cleaned up material can be used in making new buildings, something like that. So these are the two main ideas I wanted to discuss here. One is a reuse furniture workshop and another is a scrap library. These two ideas I'm working on right now, and I thought it is a really good platform to discuss and specifically get a feedback from people out here, and also if I get chance to discuss these things in Italy. So this is what I'm talking right now, and also I would like to share these my visiting cards, which is also made. We have in our firm we have two sections. We have photography section where my sister works, and we have a lot of scrap of test prints. So we made these cards which are made from these test prints, and just pasted our name tags. And this is made by a peon in our office. So this is what I was